Hello traders, I know that many of you are struggling to find when you should be trading in the market, and I think that the reason for that is the inability to recognize specific movements in the market. And this is also the purpose of our today's video, which has to do with the concept of accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. You are not able to recognize specific movements, or let's say patterns, in other words, in the market, where the accumulation happens, where the manipulation happens, and where price is distributing. My name is Chris, I'm the owner of ChrisFX and the SMC Trader. I'm helping traders become funded, leave their 9-to-5 jobs, and live the life of their dreams. Let's now begin with our video. And here I am on Euro US dollar. First of all, we are gonna go ahead and explain what the concept of accumulation, manipulation, and distribution is. It is pretty simple. It happens on each and every time frame, so you don't need to worry about trading specific time frames. I'm gonna make it clear for you once and for all, so that you understand what it is. Finally, it is way simpler than you think. So there are phases in the market, let's say, where price is consolidating. You have seen that, you know about that. This many times you will see, we call it the accumulation phase before a manipulation and a distribution. So let's say that price is consolidating. If you recall, in the past, when we all started and we weren't trading the smart money concepts, for example, we would learn that we would buy at support, so price is consolidating between, let's say, this support and this resistance right here. We were learning back in the days. Of course, I'm not trading like that anymore. Now, this accumulation phase has a specific purpose: to make traders believe that, let's say, this is the real move right here. As an example, they go for it, they target whatever they are targeting. Price might come, stop them out, or might play around between those prices without even hitting any targets. Okay, then price will go to the other phase, and people of course are selling as well all the way up here. I'm not claiming that you cannot win during those consolidating times in the market or accumulation phases. Of course, you can get successful trades. I'm trying to explain that this is not, let's say, the impulsive move. This is the accumulation phase. Orders are being accumulated, and then what will happen is the manipulation phase. So it doesn't matter where it happens, if it is gonna happen towards the upside or towards the downside. We call it the manipulation phase, because during this phase, when this happens, for example, breakout traders who are saying, I'm waiting to see, let's say, a break either above or below this pattern, as they call it, they are now selling right here. So this is the manipulation phase. Let's say that a candlestick, such as a bearish candlestick, let's say that this is a bearish candlestick, a seller's, as they like to call it, candlestick, has been created right here, a strong candlestick, or maybe an additional one instantly. So those people have sold right here, and the majority of retail traders, we are all retail traders, by the way. I'm not claiming that I'm trading like the best banks out there. I'm just saying that those traders who are trading like that, which is the majority of the traders, are now selling right here. Nonetheless, you will see many times in the market this is gonna happen. You will see an instant reversal of price back into the range. This is what makes this movement a manipulation right here. So traders have been manipulated into selling, let's say, in this occasion, and then price is gonna get back into the range, let's say. It's gonna give a change of character or whatever, we're gonna talk about that, and then it's gonna distribute. Okay, the distribution phase is the fact that many orders have been gathered down here. Okay, traders have been incentivized to sell, and then the banks, let's say, or the algorithm or whatever it is buying aggressively. Okay, so this is the distribution phase since traders have been manipulated. So here, if we are to just draw this thing as people love to do, and it is nice, I will admit, this is the accumulation phase, and we will put the manipulation phase with red. There is no reason why we put it in red. Personally, I like it because it shows that traders here are being manipulated and they are losing, let's say. And here we have the distribution phase. We have it exactly right here, where we have our real movement. Okay, so whoever understands this beautiful pattern and then he or she is buying in this occasion, the opposite if we want to sell, of course, then he or she can make a lot of money, or with this concept you can also get funded. Okay guys, and this is how I am trading, and of course I'm combining that with my unique trading strategies, which you can find all about by clicking on the link down in the description, where you can join any of my exceptional services. I have 0 dissatisfied customers. So I will show you something. Take only the quality setups. Within the past 3 weeks we have been winning non-stop. Okay, you see, win, win, win. We have a bunch of wins. I'm trying to find the previous loss actually. I think the previous loss should be somewhere. Let's see. Bye. This is a loss. I think the last loss probably we have 4 weeks without a loss, or am I mistaken? Let's go a little bit quicker. Down here. This is a break even. Exactly, and since then, look, we have been winning here, guys. This is partial on GU. This is another win. All the greens that you see are wins. Another win. So 1 month without losing, guys. Partial GU, partial wins everywhere. Okay, I will keep moving forward, of course, because I'm only, and here we have, I think we are in the present moment where we had our first loss. Where not, this is not a loss. This is price coming back and stopping us after we have moved the stop loss. So here you will see a profit of minus 0.07%. This is not even a 0.1% loss, not even 0.1% loss. This is after closing 0.33% win and 0.50% win, which is 0.8%. And here we had a loss, which was a very minor loss. I just lost 0.35%. So only quality setups. By the way, those setups not only won, but they ran for at least a 10-to-1 reward to risk, most of them at least. The 4-to-1 was a guarantee, and if you enroll, you can check them out yourselves, because I'm not deleting the history. You can go back and check out for how long those setups ran. So let's close that and let's go through some examples regarding accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. Now, I will have to mention that this is the thing that you see many times happening with your kill zones. Okay, this is the thing you see happening many times. But this can happen regardless of what time it is during the day. You will of course see a lot of manipulations during London trading hours. You will see, for example, more manipulations, but this is of course not a guarantee, because it can happen regardless. My time is New York time. You can see my time zone, it's New York, UTC -5 now, and you can see that we have the accumulation starting after the New York silver bullet hour. So after, let's say, 2 to 3 or around there, let's say, it has started earlier actually. It has starting from the 10 to 11 almost, let's say, kill zone, and this is a whole accumulation. Now, the concept that I told you happens here when we break outside of this range impulsively. Then retail traders or traders who are not trading smart money concepts are selling. So this is the manipulation phase that you see right here, which again happened, look at the time, at 9:15 New York time always. Okay, and then we have the distribution. And the distribution, of course, kept going and going. If I go to the present, if you would be catching this movement right here, then you would be extremely happy. Now, what is happening in these occasions? How can you trade this accumulation, manipulation, and distribution? Identify a point of interest where your manipulation is gonna take place onto. What do I mean by that? When you see an accumulation phase, which again happens on all time frames, here I am on the 15-minute time frame. When you see this consolidation, you can instantly say this is an accumulation. Then you have your bias from the daily time frame, as we have said in the past, and if you cannot recognize how to form a bias, click on the top right of your screen right now, or let's say above my head in this occasion, and check out the daily bias video. So let's say that you have a bias here to go long, then you can say what points of interest do I have in lower time frames, on lower time frames such as the 5-minute time frame. You might have a clearer, let's say, view of what is happening. You can say that below this whole accumulation, I have some order blocks, and depending on how you identify order blocks, I have different ways to identify them in the ChrisFX Academy, but let's say that you identify them as the lowest candlestick, in this occasion this one, even though some people would go ahead and identify this one. You stretch that into the right and you can expect the manipulation to take place into this area. And now you might say, yes, this is in retrospect. Yeah, of course it is in retrospect. Or you might identify this one as well. So you might have two areas in this occasion, or if you are identifying the lowest candlesticks as your order blocks, then you have those two areas. Now other people are identifying only the bodies, so in this occasion they have this tiny area. You see, perfectly fine as well. If you identify them in a certain way, go ahead and do that every single time. Do not diverge from what you are doing. So you have those two beautiful areas. You see, after this whole accumulation, we impulsively break below this range. And then we already have in our minds, if we want to buy, this might be a manipulation. If this is a manipulation, where is a point that we are expecting price to come onto and react? We have, let's say, those order blocks, this one and this one down there. We talked about the way you might be identifying them. Okay, then this happens. I'm gonna be deleting those ones now. When price starts reacting from here, you can instantly say that this might be the manipulation phase, as Chris has taught it in this previous video. So you already have something in your mind. How can you trade that? The best way to trade that in order to catch the whole movement here would be, and here by the way you don't have a change of character, pay very close attention, so a change of character is not always needed. You can use FVGs such as this FVG in order to place your pending order, or this FVG down here, or even this small FVG all the way down there. I usually go for the highest one, and you see this is a very tiny stop loss in this occasion, a 3 pip stop loss only. This even came and tested this FVG down here. Okay, you could also be entering after this change of character. So if you want to wait for the change of character, which I usually do, then the change of character, even with a wick, happened exactly right here. Then price either will come all the way back down and activate you from here. I'm never taking such entries with 1 pip, by the way, so forget about that. I want to be realistic with you, never ever. I would be entering instantly here because we have left an FVG, and this happens on the 5-minute time frame. It is a pretty significant time frame. And now we will be entering the distribution phase. By the way, the stop loss wouldn't be here, my stop loss would be all the way down there. I want to be realistic with you. And now you can go ahead and check out from a higher time frame where you would be targeting. A 3-to-1 would be already very nice, which you actually hit instantly. And now you might say, I wanna trade that again as a consolidation or accumulation manipulation, but no, the manipulation is the phase that happens instantly after the accumulation. So you cannot say that this movement is again a manipulation after an accumulation. The manipulation is the thing that happens instantly after the accumulation. Okay, so the manipulation is this movement, so now we're looking to buy. Now you can close partials here, and if your higher time frame says you can go all the way up there, then so be it, go ahead and target all the way up there, which you see you would have hit, and this phase is the distribution phase. If I go to an even higher time frame, maybe your bias says from a daily perspective that you can go all the way up there. If so, then go ahead and target all the way up there. Does this mean that you will not close any partials? No, you have to be a little bit crazy to do that, not to close any partials unless it is within your trading plan. Personally, I would have closed a bunch of partials, and I don't think that I would go ahead and target all the way up there ever, but this one could be a place where I would be closing, let's say, my last profits. Over here, I think this is a pretty long video already. If you want me to make more videos about this concept of accumulation, manipulation and distribution, then feel free to type so in the comments, and do not forget to join my exceptional services and of course the trading signals, where you can see me transparently taking the trades, and the trades that I'm taking are being called by a bot. Some people are also using a Telegram to MT5 or MT4, so when I'm calling the signals, they are taking the trades instantly without them doing anything. Actually, they are not doing anything. So subscribe to ChrisFX and to my other channel, the SMC Trader. I will be uploading a lot of content and backtesting there as well, now that I have moved back in Greece permanently and I'm settled in my new house. Like the video, share it with your friends. This is gonna do it for today, traders, and thank you all for watching. Until next time.